Here with Wayne, I got my good side control going on. All right, I got my underhook, I got my own behind his neck. Okay, if his arm's in here and I'm just determined to get this lock, okay, and I start using my forehead first, we had a couple questions about it. All right, if I get my head in here and I start pushing with my head, Wayne more than likely is going to move his arm anywhere, any which way. All right, if he moves his arm this way, cool, I still got a Kimura eventually. If he moves his arm this way, cool, I got an arm triangle eventually, but I want the Kimura now. All right, so if I'm going with this head pressure thing, especially from under my chin, and I'm coming here, I should have a wrist on it, a hand on it. Now he can't flail anywhere, and I can use both to smear, 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 smear. Okay? Am I going to get an arm triangle if I do this and he straightens his arm out? Yeah, probably. But like I said, it's not going to be right away like a key lock is. And if I go this way and he hooks around the back of my neck and he grabs my gi, it's going to be real hard for me to get this arm back until he wants me to have it back and tries to put it back over my face. So go ahead and try and get back to the apron. That's when I can pause here and grab again. Okay? So just, if you're going to use your forehead to smear, have some insurance on it, okay? And hold on to that wrist. All right? So, next step. So we're here. Knees in tight. All right? We're pretty low. This hand is slid underneath the tricep, and we've got this figure 4 lock on his arm, okay? Where we left off was I pulled everything nice and tight to my body, okay? Pulling him tight, kind of getting a little crook in his neck, which is winding my wrist back, because his arm naturally doesn't want to be in this position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep everything nice and tight, and I'm going to take my hand, this hand here on his wrist, and I'm going to wind it down like a reverse motorcycle grip. So I'm going to, and as I do that, hopefully, I should get the tap right away, and it's there. All right, basically I'm just trying to put the front of my knuckles, go like this, on the mat like that. All right, most of the time, on normal human beings, this is enough to get a tap, okay? You get those squirrely people that it's not good enough for, that are real limber and wiry, okay? All right, we get a little bit of a roll, all right? I've rolled all I feel that I can. I'm going to be a little bit nice to Wayne so I don't blow his shoulder out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring his elbow towards his hip, still keeping everything tight. I'm going to drag everything down. That got the tap right there, all right? Now, further still, if the person's super flexible, okay, I'm going to wind this down. I'm going to drag this down to his ribs. If I still don't have the sub, okay, I'm going to push the palm of the back of his hand to the mat, okay, so it's flat to the mat, and I'm going to lift with my arm that's underneath his tricep. I'm going to lift with this arm and try and smear the bottom of his hand underneath his elbow. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to smear, 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 and that's going to get the tap that way. All right, so it's like I'm here, right, I got his wrist, I'm lifting with this, and I'm pushing under with this. So it's making this washing machine kind of effect on it. All right, no bueno if you like your shoulder. So we're here, everything's in nice and tight. I wind my wrist down first. If I wind my wrist down, I get the tap, great. If I wind my wrist down, I don't get the tap, step 2, bring it lower towards his hip, okay? If I still don't get the tap, that's when we bring this elbow up and bring my hand underneath. And you get it, okay? All the time keeping my weight low, okay? I can keep my head down, all right? All that good stuff, all right? Staying heavy. If I start to do this while I'm lifting up, Wayne is gonna start to actually bridge his hips. So if I come here and he bridges his hips, look how high I can lift him off the ground. It's not great, okay? So I want to keep my weight down and through it. All right, I want to keep him plastered to the mat, and then I can get my sub that way. All right. So remember, you gotta stay low, stay heavy. You're gonna bring everything in super tight. If that doesn't get it, you're gonna wind your wrist down. If that doesn't get it, which most people it will, you're gonna drag his arm. For us, gently, because we're not here to kill each other. Drag our arms gently down towards his hip, okay? So his elbow goes towards his hip this way. That still doesn't get it. We start to lift and push underneath and get this rotational thing going on, okay? And if that doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you, armbar him or choke him or something. So